Happy Saturday. How you doing? Funny thing happened at Market Basket. That's where we do our grocery shopping. And they had plenty of eggs. There was no egg crisis. People were not there with rolls and rolls of hoarded toilet paper. They never needed after all. Try to trade people for that last dozen eggs on the rack. And I'm hearing people talking, complaining. $3.69 for a dozen eggs. Watch. You get a few breakfasts out of that, right? You get 3 mornings worth of breakfast. Well, $1.20 for breakfast. It's not that expensive, you know what I mean? Bacon prices are the same. The ham prices are the same. But goddamn it, $3.69 for a dozen eggs. The world's coming to an end. And they had plenty of eggs. There was no egg shortage. And we're hearing people complaining. Look at that. 2 months ago I was paying $2.10. Now it's $3.69. And then people were dragging their politics into it and everything else. I find it funny. But it made me think about what some people will spend money on without batting an eyelash, without complaining. And then they lose their shit over spending money on something else that you kind of need a little bit more. You need to eat, right? Gas around here is $3.40 a gallon. Now in the bigger cities, you get up towards Boston, it's going to be, $4.25, $4.50. It's always been that way. Same next door in Rhode Island, Providence, their capital city. They're paying like a good 75 cents a gallon more than, Tiverton, Cranston, Pawtucket. It's greed. It's greed, that's all it is. They're paying the same price for their tankers coming in to fill their tanks at their gas stations. So why are they selling it for a lot more? Greed. And it makes me think, a lot of these same people, a couple of years back, a Starbucks opened up here downtown in the historic district, along with a lot of other small specialty coffee shops, breakfast shops, down on Union Street and William Street. And in the good weather, they set up tables and umbrellas like little bistros out on the sidewalk, real cute. And they have their specialty breakfast sandwiches and whatnot. Even Dunkin' Donuts, man, you can spend some good money for a cup of coffee there for their caramel frappuccinos and this and that. Honeydew Donuts, the same thing. Now there's 2 more Starbucks, one a little closer to the peninsula here, on downtown historic district, and the one up the far north end now. And these people will line up every morning and spend $5, $6, $7, some cases even more, for 1 cup of coffee every morning. They're okay with it. They're okay with spending that money for 1 cup of coffee. 1 dozen eggs going to give you a few breakfasts, for $1 something each. You gotta eat. A gallon of gas will get you to work for a day, at least a day. Depending on if you work local, you get a car that's getting 25 something miles to the gallon. That 1 gallon of gas, for $3.40 gets you to back and forth to work for a couple of days. Isn't that important, getting back and forth to work? Isn't that important, having something pretty good for breakfast? Or spending more money than that for 1 cup of coffee you're going to chug down in 15 minutes. Maybe you think that's more important. It made me think about what people will complain about. What they're okay with spending money on overpriced items that they really don't need. I used to go to Dunkin' every morning. It closed down here. And I don't feel like going, a couple of miles up further. Use the Mr. Coffee machine. Billy puts that going. I'm okay with instant coffee. I'm not a big, coffee connoisseur, or I need gourmet, fancy, home-brewed coffee. Just a little jolt of caffeine in the morning. That's all. That's all coffee means to me. You know what I mean? But where people are okay with spending money and what they will complain about spending money on, and where they put their preference and priority and a level of importance on, you know. So I guess that's about it. I spoke too soon. We had our little burst of spring, you know, for a week, and now it's down into the 30s again, and they're seeing some rain and clouds later today and into Sunday tomorrow. So I guess that's about it. Oh, and by the way, the verdict came in. I asked last night if I should follow the lead of Mr. Boston with the trend he's been setting about, you know, going live every day for a couple hours so people can see his TV on the wall. You know what I mean? While he's watching TV on his wall. You know, to start a new trend on here, there's only he can do. And the verdict said, no, Brian, don't do that. You should have far better things to do with your time than to be devoting 10, 15, 20 hours a week to doing something like that. Some people would even say that it would be kind of stupid. Maybe you should get a life. If you have that much time, that many hours a week to be devoting to YouTube, you know, maybe you should find something a little more productive in your life that you enjoy than to be devoting that much time, that many hours a week to YouTube. And you know what? You guys are absolutely right. That's what I've been doing all along. You know, I would have been reverting. I would have been reverting to something that would have been a waste of time instead of continuing what I do with the daily routine in my life and the people in my life that I devote that amount of time to every week. You know what I mean? So forget it. Uncle Brian's not going to do it. Even though Mr. Boston is, you know, content with wasting his life away like that instead of getting a job, getting a life, maybe doing something with his son, devoting more time to his son, spending time, you know. My daughters are grown and married and with my grandchildren, and I devote time every week. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow afternoon. Auntie Billy works every Sunday. I drop in, spend a few hours every Sunday, dropping in on both my daughters, see my Audie and my Benji. During the weeknights, sometimes I'll drop in. They stop by here. You know, I got my better half to occupy time with. See my brother at times. My brother and his wife stopped by last night for a little while. Thinking to myself, man, I would be taking time away from all that to be devoting it to YouTube. Why on this God's green earth would I ever want to do that? Hope you're I'm all set, Uncle Brian. What's this, man? I'm all set for the weekend. Hope your weekend's going good so far. It's still early. We usually go early, like 8:30, 9 in the morning. Not a whole lot of people. Market Basket's like a fucking mall. It's a huge supermarket. Got a couple of super stop and shops. They're good. Got a Trukey's. Got a Shaw's. The Market Basket, you know, you buy in bulk. You know, the more they buy in bulk, the better prices they get, the better prices they can sell for. You know, I know shit's expensive and you go little mom and pop convenience stores on a corner, Cumberland Farms with their little, you know, convenience store in there. Oh yeah. When I go to Gulf over here, put gas in our cars, they got eggs and hot dogs and a few things in a rack, you know what I mean? Yeah, the eggs there, they're going for like $6.99. I went to look to be nosy. Ice cream, oh, we love ice cream. I make milkshakes and stuff. I get the half gallons, see the Huda Friendlies at Market Baskets, $3.99. You know what they want for a fucking half gallon ice cream there? $9. And people will complain, $9. Well, guess what? Market Basket's 3.5 miles away. Go to Market Basket. When you do your grocery shopping at a grocery store, you're going to save a lot of money compared to when you're grabbing this, grabbing that, grabbing this, grabbing that, here and there at every little convenience. So you come across in the city, yeah, you're going to spend 3 times more to eat over the course of a week. It's all a matter of planning things out. You know, do your shopping once a week. Instead of every 2 and 3 days, you're stopping here to get this, stopping there to get that, and you're paying so much more at all these little places. Why? Just because you don't want to be bothered devoting an hour and a half to being in a supermarket. That's too much time out of your life over the course of a week to save you a ton of money. Proper planning and preparation is essential to have any chance at any success at anything you do. Have a great day.